Go, Jill. Go, darling. One of the things I do know is that when I say to my beautiful puppy dogs, go get the ball, they go get the ball. They don't think about it, they just do it. And here's a really personal question and something that I deal with every day. When you say you're going to do something, do you do it? And if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, how does that make you feel? What does that do for your personal self-esteem, for your integrity? Every day somebody shares with me, I'm gonna build a business, start a business, create this, invent this, do this. I'm going to climb that mountain. I'm going to finish that program. I'm going to become a qualified exercise professional. I'm going to open a business. I'm going to build a building. And every day I get excited for those people because I'm that kind of person. When somebody shares something with me, I go, okay, let's do it. When are you going to do it? How are we going to make it happen? And I get really excited. And it's interesting now as an old lady that I spend a lot of my life really disappointed. Not me personally disappointed, just disappointed for the people who say they're gonna when they don't. They gonna, and they don't. And the reason I'm so sad for them is if you say that you're going to do it and you don't do it, I'll ask the question again. Do you get into the habit of disappointing yourself? Do you get into the habit of, I said I was going to, I didn't do it, so every time I say something now, it doesn't matter if I don't do it. There's another interesting take note there. A lot of people share with me that they've got a great idea or they want to do something with their life. They share it with their family and friends, and their family and friends don't appreciate what they've said. They don't get excited about it. They don't get behind their idea. They often criticize their idea. But there's an interesting question to be asked there. If you constantly share with the people in your life, I'm gonna, I'm going to, I want to, I think I will, and you never do, is it possible that the people in your life are just a bit sick of hearing it? You said that you're going to do that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, and you've never done it. Or you've given us a stack of things that you promised yourself you were going to do. You told us about it, and you never did it. And social media is a really interesting one for that because people get on social media really excited. I'm gonna run a marathon, compete in a bodybuilding competition, open a business, build a something. And that something never gets done. And then, of course, because it's on social media, it's a permanent record of that. 50 years ago when you told people that you're going to do something and you didn't do it, it was just your immediate circle that knew about it, so it was just embarrassing for that small group. But now if you get on social media and you tell the world what you're going to do and you don't do it, not only what does it do for your own personal self-esteem, but what does it do for your reputation? She's the person that says she's going to do it and she never does it. So I'm going to ask that question again that I did at the start. Some people talk about what they're going to do and they don't do it. Other people don't say anything and they just go and do it. And then there's that beautiful, I call them the beautiful group because to me it means that they're doing it for a different reason. They just go and do. They don't tell anybody what they're going to do. They don't tell anybody what they did do. And the only reason we ever find out about it is that press reports on it or somebody from their family or friends, that group is really excited for them or proud of them. And they say, oh, did you hear what my brother did? Or did you hear what my daughter did? Or did you hear what my husband did? Not because the person told the world that they did it, but because somebody else in their life shared it with the world. So that's a very personal question that I always ask. This is my begging position. If our kids see us doing that, if our kids hear us saying, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to quit my lousy, stinking, rotten job, we're going to become wealthy, we're going to go on holidays, we're going to do something special with our life, and don't do it, then our kids perhaps think that that's okay to just talk stuff and not do it because they see, and this is just such a beautiful quote, our kids don't do what we tell them to do, our kids do what we do. So if we don't do anything, is it possible that our kids end up not doing anything either? And as an adult, you can do whatever you bloody well want or do nothing. Isn't that awesome? If you say you're going to run a marathon and you don't, who cares? But if you've got people watching you, if you've got people relying on you, if you've got people who you want them to respect you, could it be a really good idea, one of two things, just don't say anything. And then if you don't do it, it doesn't matter because you didn't tell anybody you were going to do it, so nobody knows that you've disappointed yourself. How about just go, if you've got exciting things that you want to achieve, why not just go and do them? And appreciate the self-satisfaction and the self-respect and the way you feel about yourself. And that, of course, increases self-belief. Because people say to me, oh, if I believed in myself, I could go and do it. Well, I always have a bit of a questioning process there, because how do you know that you can do it? I didn't know that I could run a marathon until I ran the marathon. It doesn't matter how much self-belief I had, and in fact, I didn't even have any. I actually didn't believe I could do it. The only time I knew that I could run marathon was when I crossed the finish line after 42.2 kilometres. The only time I knew I could have a business, the only time I knew that I could be successful in life, the only time I knew I could be happy was when I actually was. A lot of people talk about, I want to be happy, I want to be healthy, fit and strong. I want to have a career or business that I love. I want to be financially free. I want to have great relationships. And then they don't do anything about it. And is that one of the reasons why people are angry, depressed, anxious, miserable? Because of all the promises that they made to themselves that they have never done, never achieved. So either be a non-achiever and say nothing, or be an achiever and just enjoy it because you did it. Self-respect and self-belief, could they be more important than what other people think of you? And perhaps if you're telling people what you're going to do because you want other people to like you, it becomes even worse, because they might still like you because you're a nice person, but they don't respect you anymore because you didn't do what you said you were going to do. Some things to consider. Because if you want to wake up every day and if you want to see the world and go to beautiful places, is it possible that you actually have to get up and do it, not get up and think about it, or worse, stay in bed and think about it and nothing ever happens? So how about we just go and do it? Super duper do. Go and do everything you've ever wanted to. Woohoo!